Just by virtue of a movie being in the Marvel Cinematic Universe, it already has a good chance of being a success. But Doctor Strange wound up exceeding expectations last year and became a bigger hit than most expected. So, the assumption has been that we'll get Doctor Strange 2 at some point, but the movie has yet to be confirmed. Now, Marvel Studios president Kevin Feige has teased that Doctor Strange 2 is coming during the next phase of the MCU. Kevin Feige, who is the engine that drives Marvel Studios, is currently making the press rounds for Thor Ragnarok, a movie that just so happens to feature Benedict Cumberbatch reprising his role as Doctor Strange. Feige was asked about what Marvel has planned for 2020 and beyond, after Phase 3 of the MCU wraps up, and, while he didn't outright confirm it, he did tease that Doctor Strange 2 is something they're working on. Here's what he had to say about it. "Certainly, we would love to tell more about the Strange story in a sequel. Yes, it won't be for a while. Our focus is on the next 6 movies. Finishing the first 3 phases, getting Untitled Avengers out into the world on May 19 before publicly focusing on anything else." So the good news is, for fans of the magical side of the MCU, is that Doctor Strange 2 is seemingly very much in the cards. The bad news is like it won't be for a while. But that makes perfect sense. Avengers 4 doesn't come out until 2019 and the first movie beyond that will be the Spider-Man Homecoming sequel. So it's 2020 that we would see the sequel at the earliest, which is totally reasonable. The only other movie that may come out in 2020 is Guardians of the Galaxy 3. As for what we could see in the sequel, Doctor Strange director Scott Derrickson, who is expected to return, had this to say in January. "The alternate dimensions and possibilities of the multiverse that we set up with the first film already give limitless possibilities. What I will say is that the goal would not be to underutilize that, or to create something that was less innovative than the first Doctor Strange. The comics, especially the lead Ditko comics, were always pushing into unexpectedly weird places and storylines. That has continued on into the current Doctor Strange comics, which are really great. So anything's possible with Doctor Strange. I wouldn't rule anything out." Benedict Cumberbatch is set to appear in both Avengers Infinity War and Avengers 4, so we're going to get plenty of the Sorcerer Supreme while we wait for his next solo movie. The post-credits scene in Doctor Strange already helped lay the groundwork for where the sequel could go. Kevin Feige comments to Collider don't quite confirm Doctor Strange 2, but at this point, it'd be surprising if it doesn't happen.